How you guys going? It's 4:41 a.m. Perth time. Anyway, it's interesting. I've just been watching my old YouTube videos. Going way back to May 2006 and January 2006 and things like that. And it's like who is this guy? I just feel like I don't know. I think I like the person I used to be a bit more than the person I am now. I feel like I've gone off the track a little bit. I'm not as strong in the faith as I used to be. I'm not saving myself till marriage sexually. I don't really go to church as much anymore. I only went to church the other day after 6 months. And I think what's causing me to reflect on my life again is I think the fact that I'm going to visit my parents for 2 weeks on Monday, flying back to Sydney to see them. So that should be really interesting because it will be like being forced to see who I used to be. Before Crystal. That's what I say. BC before Crystal. This is after Crystal AC. But yeah. She's not totally out of my life. Because of some things that occurred, I have to go to court and be a witness and stuff to some things that she's done. So, not looking forward to that because that's as soon as I come back from Sydney, I'll have to go to court. So yeah, not really looking forward to that. I don't know. Do you ever just wake up? It's probably because I'm tired. I've only had like 4 hours sleep today. I've been up since 5:30. Because I do I work in the back office with Caltex and I manage, I'm an acting manager on the weekend. And so yeah, there's a lot of stress and a lot of bullshit. And gotta get up at 5:30 in the morning. On the weekend, so yeah, it sucks. So it's probably just like a sleep, but I don't know, do you ever just sit there and think like, what the fuck have I done with my life? Like, is this what I was supposed to do, Is this what I wanted to be when I was a little kid? And I feel like I'm in that stage at the moment. Like, I wanted to do my counselling degree. Remember my counselling degree I used to talk about? I wanted to help people. Well, that's gone to shit because of my porn addiction. They kicked me out of the college because it's a Christian college and they didn't want me to represent their college or represent them in Christian counselling. They were afraid that I would, sexually abuse my client or some bullshit. So I moved to Perth to give things a chance with Crystal, and that didn't work out, so now I'm stuck in Perth. I can't afford to move back to Sydney, I can't afford to live in Sydney. I've got a car here, I'm renting a washing machine and a fridge, I'm paying off a car over 6 years, I've got 2 credit cards. I'm in debt financially, I'm only making a minimum wage, I'm only making about $600 after tax a week. And then I got to pay $210 rent by myself. So things aren't going as planned. So that's why it'd be really good to go to Sydney for 2 weeks and just have a break from all the bullshit. But yeah, I almost feel like I can't. It costs about $1,400 just to even try and move back to Sydney. And even if I move back to Sydney, I'll like have to be live with my parents again because I won't be able to afford to live on my own. And I don't want to do that because that'd just be going backwards, So I'm slowly getting back in with God. I went back to church the other day, and I really don't feel as young as I used to be. Still young, but a lot of stuff's gone. A lot of stuff's happened. It's going to be really strange seeing my parents again and seeing my family. I haven't seen them for a year and 3 months. I left Sydney the 4th of February 2008, and it's now May the 16th, 2009. So I haven't seen them for a while. And I'm going to just surprise people. I'm just going to rock up to my old church and go, hey, how you going? And it'll be really cool. I think it's something I really need. And it's only because of $900 from Kevin Rudd that I've been able to afford it. And it's going to be really fun going with Christabel, because she's a great girl to hang around, and she's lots of fun. And she's got family. Her auntie lives one suburb away from from my parents, so that's a small world, isn't it? So yeah. Just a shout out to Stay Human. I was reading your messages and that, and yeah, whenever you're free, when I get back to Perth, we can hang out and have a couple of beers. Get this, guys. Stay Human is one of my regular guys who comments on my blogs. He's been watching my videos for a fair while now when I was living in Sydney. I work at a Caltex service station in Midvale, in Perth. He rocks up. He wrote me a message the other day saying that he's been to my Caltex about 3 times now. He's been served by me at the till, and I haven't even recognised him because I don't even know who he is. And he's like, oh my god, is this fate? He's moved back from Japan to Greenmount, and I just happened to work the next suburb down from Greenmount. So how funny is that? So yeah, and if I never moved to Perth, I would never have been able to have an opportunity to catch up with one of my fans from YouTube. So yeah, I know things are going to work out, and I felt God saying to me the other day, my time in Perth is just a stepping stone, and I just have to be patient, and things will work out for the best. But it's a bit slow going at the moment, I must admit. Financially, I feel trapped financially. In Perth. But at the same time, I'm not in a hurry to go back to Sydney. But I think the only thing that's sort of a bit frustrating is where am I going with am I going to be working at Caltex as a manager and work my way up to business manager and and do the corporate thing, or am I going to go do counselling and go down and help the poor and be like St. Francis and Father Chris Riley and people like that, and do God's will and do God's work on the ground level? But at the same time, practically, I can't just rock up and do God's will on the practical level and serve the community in terms of it, counselling the youth without a degree. And they're not going to let me do a degree until they're satisfied that I've overcome my porn addiction. And even if I want to go back to college, I couldn't afford I couldn't afford the fees because of my financial situation. So yeah, things aren't as good as they used to be, but I know it's a learning curve, and I think one thing that's come out of this is I'm more comfortable with myself. I was having lunch down at the food court today, and by myself having Chinese, and I didn't, I used to be really self-conscious and feel like, oh, everyone's looking at me, I'm such a fucking loser, I'm all by myself, But it's it's okay to be by myself now. I'm more comfortable with myself.